want everybody from this moment on to recognize me as the scholar of boxing.
Steph.
Oh, well, salute to Steph. Salute to my brother Steph.
You too, Mark.
I just came up and I'm hearing a bunch of bullshit. Mike
Uh-oh.
Tyson, Mike Tyson. And respectfully, boxing scholar, you're a scholar, but I don't put Mike Tyson up with none of the greats. I don't put that man up there with none of the greats. That man, well, firstly, he disgraced himself for what he did in the Evander Holyfield fight. You will never see Muhammad Ali bite another man. You'll never see Floyd Mayweather bite another man. You'll never see Joe Louis bite another man. And then the public gave Mike all these excuses. Oh, Holyfield was hairbutting him. Oh, he was hairbutting Holyfield too. And Holyfield was putting hands on him in that fight. That's why he went out there and bit that man. Disgraceful. When niggas will give Mike Tyson a pass for that. And that's just how I feel about his entire career. His whole career is basically like a pass. Oh, well, the reason Mike couldn't have did better is because Mike was on drugs. And if Mike hadn't have gotten away from Kevin Rooney, his career would have been way better. Mike would have beat all those guys. Bullshit. This man just had nothing but excuses his whole fucking career. Anytime Mike Tyson lost a fight, it was always some type of excuse. That man was just undisciplined. He was unprepared when he stepped in the ring. And when it came to actually fighting, he was undisciplined. And you could see a lot of times when he got into them wars, he didn't have the nuts, boxing scholar and Steph. He didn't have the nuts to stay in there with Evander Holyfield. He didn't have the nuts to stand up to a motherfucking what's the name of that guy? Razor Ruddock. If you go back and watch that second Razor Ruddock fight, Mike was getting hands put on him in the second half of that fight. I ain't gonna say Mike was saved by the bell because he did also put hands on Razor Ruddock in the first half of that fight. But Razor Ruddock was putting a lot of leather on Mike. And if you go back to the Bone Crusher Smith fight, where I'm going to disagree with Boxing Scholar at is, yes, Mike was definitely skilled. He was definitely a great counterpuncher. He definitely had fast feet and fast hands. But when it came to inside fighting, Mike was very unskilled. This man was more like a swarmer. He's somebody he liked to leap in or that quick first step. He'll get in there and put that punch on you quick. Bone Crusher Smith showed you, if you take the first step and tie up Mike Tyson, that man is lost. He doesn't know what to do. And then when you get him past the fourth or fifth round, bro, you safe. I don't think Mike Tyson has ever knocked out somebody past the fifth round in his whole career. Why? This man don't got the gas. Let me say he didn't have the gas tank at the time. He didn't have the nuts to stay in there and keep slugging away for all 12 to 15 rounds.
Okay.
And then one more thing.
Go
because
ahead,
I really have a problem with how some of these niggas put Mike Tyson up there with the greats. But respectfully, he's just not. He definitely is when it comes to name value and being a superstar. I ain't gonna deny that with icon. But what we talking about, the greats of that era, Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, nah. I don't put him up there with them guys. He ain't got the nuts, and he ain't got the win. He ain't got the scalps on his resume. Go ahead.
So many things to unpack, so little time. So the first thing, the biting stuff, you making it seem like, and I hate when people take the moral stance in boxing, Marky Dan. And that seems to be what you did, bro. It's fighting, bro. It's fighting, bro. Like, people are gonna hit people in the nuts. They're gonna do a bunch of stuff in fighting, bro. Like, what Holyfield bit somebody in the amateurs. Are you aware of that? Being a historian,
Yeah, when he was a kid. When he
it
was
don't
a
matter.
17-year-old
He bit
kid.
somebody.
What do you mean it don't matter?
Hold on. Why did he bite somebody?
Because he was an undisciplined punk.
And you know what's really funny is you say Mike Tyson was undisciplined. Bro, Mike Tyson was probably one of the most disciplined fighters that we've ever seen in the sport, bro. Floyd Mayweather seen this dude's work ethic and try to manifest what he wanted to be based off of Mike Tyson's work ethic.
Mike Tyson was snorting dope and screwing white women the day before fights. Get out of here.
And neither one of those things affected Roberto Duran, and it has nothing to do with conditioning. So what's your point?
It certainly affected him in the Buster Douglas fight. From everything I've heard, it certainly affected him in the first and second.
Not training. Not training affected him in the Buster Douglas fight. But this is
because he was busy screwing Japanese women and snorting coke.
Yes, and not training.
That's not a good work ethic, right?
You keep skipping over, bro. That's one fight. Bro, so you gonna make me pull up the clip? Would you say Floyd Mayweather's undisciplined?
Of course not.
So you gonna make me pull up the Spatafora sparring
he's undisciplined when it comes to the women, but when it comes to his body and being in that gym, nah.
What I'm trying to tell you, Marky Dan, is he showed up with Spatafora out of shape and got pieced about Spatafora. He talked about how he would get beat up.
Are you kidding me?
You're
talking about sparring. We talking about practice.
He looks almost bored.
Bro, we also talking about a dude who was living a fast life, who had like felonies at the age of 13. Like he had a different lifestyle. Customato came in late in Mike Tyson's life and steered him away and then died. Steered him away from the bad stuff. He had Floyd Sr. that wouldn't allow him to do a lot of things early on. You missing? Hold on. You missing what I'm saying? Let me debunk one thing at a time. So before we get into the work ethic, because we'll get there. Let me show you this. So you said Mike Tyson has never had any knockout past the fifth round. Not only did he have a knockout with Jose Revolta in the 10th round, but if you go back and look at the Buster Douglas fight, Buster Douglas was beating on Mike Tyson for 10 rounds, beating him up, as you can see on the screen, beating the hell out of Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson still had the resilience and the power to knock him down in the 10th round, Marky Dan. So there you go. Taking a beating for 10 rounds and then ended up knocking the guy down in the 10th round shows that you have resilience and it shows that your power carry over. So that's the first thing that we got to dismiss of your statement.
My apologies. Twice in his entire career, he passed the 5th round with resurgent power. You correct, Bob.
But Marky Dan, context matters, right? We're talking about.
You're right.
Hold on. We're talking about a guy. We're talking about a guy who threw every punch with power. That's not an easy thing to do. George Foreman would be gassed in 6 rounds. Mike Tyson's throwing that heavy leather, bro, like that for that many rounds, punching on a bigger target is nothing to scoff at. So let's not make it like he has stamina issues. This fight right here, they didn't even bring an end swell in the fight, as you can see on the screen. They got
he definitely has stamina issues.
He definitely did not. They had a plastic bag with ice in it, putting it on his eye. The man is getting beat on. Look at Buster Douglas snapping his head back, beating him, hitting him to the body.
Yeah, putting hands on that man.
Putting hands on him. And guess what? Still got knocked down in the 10th round by an uppercut. Is it coming right here?
Yeah, because he was being reckless.
Hey, why it's always an excuse when Mike do some shit?
Why it's always some excuse when Mike do some great stuff? Do some shit?
No, when Mike do some great stuff, it's always an excuse. Whenever you can't use those same excuses to give Mike no credit. That's crazy work, Marky Dan. You're cool. I gotta call it what it is.
You know what? You correct, Boxer Scholar. There are a couple times in Mike Tyson's career where he had resurgent power past the 5th or 6th round. You totally correct. There's a couple times.
So a couple times will equal should be the majority if you're able to do it more than once, right?
No, a couple times means maybe 2 or 3.
No, but people wasn't making it past the 5th round, bro.
No, but I'm saying he don't got resurgent power past the 5th or 6th round.
How could you say that when not a lot of his fights went past the 12th round and the 10th round, and most of them that did, he won every round. He carried power in a Tony Tucker fight. He carried power in the James Quick Tillis fight.
Yeah, that was a terrible stoppage in the first fight. And then the second fight, he couldn't get Tony Tucker up out of there.
He didn't even stop Tony Tucker. See, you over there talking about Razor Ruddock. You over there talking about...
I'm thinking of Razor Ruddock.
And that's how I know you full of it, Marky Dan. I see what this is. You mad because he beat them Islanders. I forgot he beat Trevor Berbick and he beat Razor Ruddock.
Man, because
Man,
everybody basically
stop it. I
holds
already know
on
what
to
it
Mike
is.
Tyson nuts and swings around on him and acts like he's some type of Muhammad Ali or Joe Louis or even a Lennox Lewis.
Look at that 10th round knockdown after taking a beating. They say the man couldn't take a beating. The man took a beating and still was able to knock Buster Douglas down. When a lot of argue that he should have won the fight. Marky Dan, put some respect on this man's name,
I ain't
bro.
putting no respect on no biter.
So let me ask you this: who wins in a fight? A prime Mike Tyson or Lennox Lewis?
I got Lennox Lewis.
Okay, let me. Typical. He got that island. They got that island blood in him too. So let me ask you this: who wins a prime Mike Tyson or Usyk?
I got Usyk.
Man, get out my panel.
Nah, you get up out of here.
Get on my panel, bro.
Wouldn't have known what to do with that 6'4" white man who got them skills like a
First off, he's 6'2". The fact that you're even adding inches on him, let me know, bro.
Man, 6'4", 6'3", 6'2", somewhere within that discrepancy.
He's 6'2", and he cannot take body shots, bro. Get off of my panel, bro.
That 220-pound
bro,
white
get off my
man
panel, Coonan,
with
bro.
his southpaw style would have put hands on Mike
Bro,
Tyson.
get off my panel, Coonan, bro.
Put hands and feet
bro,
on
get off my panel, Coonan, bro.
Yeah.
You try to get that white man extra inches, bro. That's crazy work, bro.
Yeah. You get his boy from Brooklyn more credit than he deserves for fighting niggas.
Bro, why does man got to be reduced down to one fight? So Oliver McCall got one of the best chins of all time, right? Would you agree with that?
Excuse me?
Would you agree that Oliver McCall got one of the best chins of all time?
Probably. Yeah, I would say that.
Oliver McCall also quit against Lennox Lewis. Would you hold that against him for that one fight?
Well, I don't know what was going on with the man, but yeah, I'll hold that against him. He wasn't ready to fight.
Okay, so Roberto Duran's not an all-time great because he quit.
There with Lennox Lewis.
So Roberto Duran ain't an all-time great because he quit. See how that box keep getting smaller? It's shrinking, Marky Dan. Your box is shrinking. Hold on.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Boxer Scholar. Roberto Duran avenged that what would you call that? A humiliation?
So how come Mike Tyson ain't get to avenge his ear bite?
Because he hasn't.
What you mean? That man got in there and got his ass beat at 60 years old by White Jesus.
By Lennox Lewis after the
Hold on. He got back in the ring at 60 and didn't quit against White Jesus.
This man lost to Jake Paul. What are we talking about?
So how's that not redeemed? He got back in 60 and took his beating like a man. Bro, when you be cooning, hold on. When you be cooning, you be cooning hard, bro. I noticed that about you.
You be cooning hard.
And then he just tried to do, I know you are, but what am I? Let me play his theme music, because I got to get these demons out of him. I know it's about
Look at the cool. Look at the cool. Always cooning for you.
I take my theme song with pride.
No, you was cooling a little bit. I was with you with the Lennox Lewis and the Joe Louis and, the fucking Muhammad Ali. But once you said the Usyk shit, it takes away some of the validity of what you were saying, because I rock with what you were saying. But when you went there, it was like you was on the road, so you just started saying shit. I don't like that, bro. But you was cooking. But that last shit,
man, the like way how Tyson Fury, my bad, keep going, bro.
No, it's good. No. Let me put it like this though, for the record, just so we're sure, I'm not thinking that Tyson Fury could deal with Tyson. So I mean, it is, why he got his name. So like Mike said, I'll show you my greatness in it. So I'm not sure if I even put any of these guys against Tyson, because they lack of ability to, you need somebody that's gonna put something on the button and put some shit to sleep. It ain't too many of them guys out here that can put niggas to sleep, except for the one guy, and y'all wouldn't even put him in that. So I ain't even gonna say his name because I don't feel like. But he's a dark skinned, tall motherfucker that got knockout power, that hold power to the 12th round. And for this to be said, yes, bro, yeah, Mike Tyson might have had some, let's say, stamina issues, I guess, because he wasn't getting tested a certain way, but that power did translate all the way to the end of the fight. Like, you can't take that away from no heavy hitter. Like, that power is gonna stay. So all the other stuff you said, I pretty much rock with it, except for the Usyk and that like being amazed that his power is lasting. It's like, are you serious? You know, power is the last thing to go. Whether you're an old fighter, and if you're a young fighter, that means you're dangerous until like you have to be perfect every second with Mike Tyson. You can't play like that. You put on the swivel. Man.
Marky Dan showing disrespect. Now, you know what it remind me of, bro? It remind me of like how the disrespect I hear for Suge Knight. But back in the day, you knew Suge Knight was nothing to be played with, bro. Everybody can
No,
say what they want about Suge Knight now. When you was around during that time, bro, they acted like Suge Knight was Candyman. If you say that man's name, he gonna show up and make a demo on you. So it's kind of like that with Mike. I just showed videos, Mikey Dan, before you got on here, of people ultimately respecting Mike Tyson as a sparring partner, not as a fighter. They don't even want nothing to do with him sparring, Marky Dan. They're saying, nah, I don't want none of that. I don't want to, you have to pay me extra. He had to pay his sparring partners extra. I showed him dropping sparring partners, dropping opponents. Marky Dan, your favorite fighter, I guarantee, will never do this. Become the youngest champion, the second youngest champion ever at age 20 years old, the youngest undisputed at age 20 years old. So a year after I think 21, a year and a half after he won the title, he ended up getting undisputed with all the titles, collected them individually. He entered a tournament, came out on top of that tournament, then fought
Man,
then fought the best guy in the world after that tournament as a bonus and finished him in 90 seconds. That's the guy, and this guy had 35 fights and 31 knockouts. That is, bro, 15 fights in 1 year. Like Marky Dan, where do you want me to stop? Like, bro, we talking about a dude who was impressive. Why are you not impressed? Usyk can't even take body shots. Why you adding inches on Usyk, and why is Usyk a GOAT and he can't even take body shots?
how you guys say Usyk can't take body shots? Has Usyk ever been dropped in the pros from a body shot?
Yes. Daniel the Boss, he was
Oh,
dropped.
excuse me. Yeah. Nah. That ain't no official knockdown.
No,
But
he
this,
but he was
this,
dropped.
I'll give you that.
scholar, this answer right here,
I'll
this
give you that.
answer.
Hold on one
How,
second,
yeah,
goddammit. I was
go
silent.
ahead,
I let
brother.
y'all go.
Go.
I let
Yes,
y'all
sir.
go, man. Come on
Yes,
now.
sir.
Let Marky
Go
have
ahead,
his
cook
moment.
up.
Come on now.
Go ahead,
Come on.
Mark. Go ahead, spoil us some more of this
Yeah,
bullshit.
thank you. I'll give you that. He did get dropped by that body shot. But shit, I think about 90% of other niggas might have got dropped by that shit. Did you
Bro.
see where he hit him? Now
Okay,
let me
keep going.
finish,
Go
goddamn
ahead.
it. Let me
Go
finish.
ahead.
Let me finish.
Go ahead, my bad.
Thank you. Now I was just about to say, goddamn, you made me lose my train of thought. But let me just say this. Usyk, I just look at his style. I really like the southpaw style. I think he would have been able to evade Mike Tyson. Uh, I'm not gonna sit up here and act like Mike Tyson did not have power or was not skilled or was not dangerous. He could definitely knock out any of them guys. I just thought my problem with Mike Tyson's career is I feel like anytime he met up with another great and he got hands put on him, it was always an excuse. The Holyfield situation that really leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I'll give you that, boxing scholar. He was the youngest, but that nigga had Don King behind him.
He didn't
If
have
you
Don King in the
knocking over
beginning.
a bunch of, hold on one second. That nigga had Mike Tyson. Everybody know Don King owned the heavyweight division in the 80s. So of course that man could put him in with whoever the hell he wanted. On top of the fact he was the whiz kid. I give you that. He did knock out 15 niggas in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? 15 journeymen or whatever you want to say about them. And then one Marvis Frazier who didn't have a shot in hell. But I give you that, Boxer Scholar. He did knock out 15 bodies that year. But Trevor Burbick? Who's the other one? That was one of his title shots. Was Pinklet Thomas one of them title shots?
Pinkett Thomas wasn't no fucking bum, bro.
I'm asking you, though. I'm asking you, nigga. Golly, just answer the question.
Yeah, bro.
All right, thank you. That was my question. I wasn't even gonna give him credit for Pinklet Thomas. That's a decent opponent at that time.
Okay.
But my whole point is that ain't
Tony
no
Tucker?
Holyfield. Hold on, man. Come on. Y'all dropped the diss record on me. Let me just state my point of view, goddammit.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, thank you. Nah, I gave the man his credit, but he had Don King behind him. That's why he had that quick title run at the age of 20, 21 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And then with what's the name of that light heavyweight he fought that was scared to death of him?
Some Spinks.
Yeah, Spinks. Man, come on. Michael Spinks was a fucking light heavyweight. He didn't belong in the ring with Mike Tyson. He was scared to death.
Uh-huh. See, and like Floyd said, they never gonna give you my just dues. Like this prime example, Marky Dan. So you know that same light heavyweight you're talking about. Hold on, you know that same light heavyweight you're talking about moved up and beat Larry Holmes.
Old Larry Holmes.
That same Larry Holmes that fought Holyfield and went life and death with Holyfield and beat Ray Mercer.
Michael Spinks, as a matter of fact, I thought Larry Holmes won the first fight.
It doesn't matter. Michael Spinks fought him twice and beat him twice, right? And then went in there and got stretched by Mike.
Robbed him once.
Got stretched by Mike.
Even older, less motivated Larry Holmes in the second fight.
Well, hold on. Got stretched by Mike Tyson in 90 seconds. And look, this is the funniest part about what you said. You said Don King moved Mike Tyson. Don King didn't even get with Mike Tyson until the 90s, bro.
Cap.
He didn't. He didn't get with Mike Tyson until like 89, 90. And then it wasn't even no guarantee he was going to work with Mike after he got out of jail because people like Rock Newman was going to jail to go visit Mike Tyson. So it wasn't no guarantee that Mike Tyson was going to ultimately.
So Don King didn't set up the Larry Holmes fight for Mike Tyson?
No, bro, that was Bill Caton.
That's cap, boxer scholar. That's cap.
Bro, I know what I'm talking, bro.
Larry Holmes said it out his own mouth that
bro,
Don King came to him with $3 million.
Bro, listen to me. I want you to listen to me, bro. I want you to listen to me. So Bill Caton, them would go to Don King and work with Don King. But Mike Tyson he had no control over Mike Tyson's career at that time. So yeah, Don King was cool with the sanctioning bodies and was really good at promotion, but he wasn't with him. He wasn't with him yet.
That sounds like he extended a strong amount of influence over his career.
No, he didn't. Because if they said we didn't want to fight Larry Holmes, then they wouldn't have fought Larry Holmes. So no, it was Bill Caton. But I say all that to say this, Marky Dan. Usyk has how many fights at heavyweight?
Shit, maybe 6.
6 fights. And you're putting him over Mike Tyson and saying Mike Tyson's overrated. So if Mike Tyson's overrated, what is Usyk? The fact that you're even comparing him to a great with 6 fights. No, hold up. We talking about, I think it's 5 fights if we take out rematches.
Usyk is the cruiserweight that had the nuts to move up to the heavyweight division in the era of the Giants. That's who Usyk is. Usyk is the guy
who's bigger? Who's bigger, Mike Tyson or Usyk?
Shit, Usyk.
Exactly. So stop mentioning size. We don't got to mention size.
I ain't gonna mention size when we talking about this man fighting a 280-pound Tyson Fury who's 6'9".
Bro, that same Tyson Fury was knocked down by a dude with no experience in Francis Ngannou, bro. Stop, bro. Y'all gotta stop overrating these guys, bro. They're bums, bro. I hate that I said it. They're bums. Usyk's a bum.
Mike
Tyson Fury's a bum, bro.
Paul. What are we talking about?
Man, come on now.
That shit on his record. Boxer scholar.
Marky Dan, we're gonna have to ban you from talking boxing if you really seriously.
It's not on his record?
If that's gonna be a statement of yours that Mike Tyson was beat by Jake Paul.
Was it not on his record?
Bro, we're gonna have to ban you from here. Mike Tyson knees alone, bro, is 145.
I didn't tell that man to fuck up his knees and not be disciplined and not train.
Marky Dan, you got to stop this with this crazy stuff. That man ain't lost to no Jake Paul, bro. He beat somebody who used to be Mike Tyson. That man ain't Mike Tyson no more. He used to be. That's crazy.
You remember when that nigga Bruce Seldon took a dive for Mike Tyson? You remember that Bruce Seldon?
Oh my God! Now we talking about Bruce Seldon taking a dive.
You don't remember when that nigga Bruce Seldon took a dive for Mike Tyson?
He didn't take a dive because of Mike Tyson. He took a dive. No, hold on. He took a dive because he didn't want to deal with what was in front of him, bro.
Man.
Which was Marky Dan. See, this somebody in the comments said that, and I forgot you is young, bro. You weren't even born when Mike Tyson was doing this thing, so you just had to be there, bro. It was like you had to be there when the trio of Mikes was around, the Mike Tyson, the Michael Jordan, and the Michael Spinks. If you was around during that time, you know it. I don't even have to explain to you. You already know the aura. Everybody talks about their aura. Those three guys for a reason, bro. Like Mike Tyson was that dude, bro.
What
Especially
I've
in the ring.
learned.
Hold up, Marky Dan. Let me say this before you start talking. Before you got on, Marky Dan, I showed a video of sparring partners, bro, that was just getting depleted and knocked down, like I said, storybook stuff, bro, stuff of legend, bro. And
Hey, Scholar.
Yeah.
Ask this nigga this, man. This I wish I would have been there because I'm jumped in the car real quick. Who? Because he kind of answered it, but answer this: who got more title defenses at heavyweight? How many title defenses do Usyk have at heavyweight?
That's for you,
oh man, my hold on, my volume must have went out, Scholar. I said, how many defenses do he have at heavyweight?
That's for you, Marky Dan.
Maybe 2 or 3.
So how many defenses do Mike Tyson have?
I mean, like maybe 7 or 8.
Undisputed when undisputed matter, when niggas was really trying to knock heads off, bro. Even the boxers of today saying like, oh yeah, y'all was tougher back then. I ain't even gonna perp you. You heard Tank Davis, what he even used to say about Sugar Ray Leonard, like, oh no, them boys was banging. This shit we do, it's like niggas afraid to fight. He talking about an era where niggas wasn't ducking. It wasn't no fucking hide from the smoke. Niggas was climbing up the chimney, everybody. And now you comparing that to a nigga that we can argue this is the weakest the heavyweights ever been, where a cruiserweight can come up and just dominate? You serious? And you talking to me about a motherfucker that can bang? That nigga can't bang with no real legendary heavyweights, dog. See, that's that recent bias shit. Y'all got to stop that shit, man. Y'all be taking away from real legacies that really put out work. Now, if we want to talk about a cruiserweight guy moving up, maybe let's talk about an Evander or something like that. And he's still short of that. So let's be easy on this shit because we had this recency bias of, oh, we just looking for somebody to be the face of, nigga, fuck all that face of shit. When niggas starting to get whooped, that's when boxing at its best. But when you got these halfway guys that's just getting through in the stardom because what? They beat a guy. Hey, look, just so we sure, bro. You think Tyson Fury one of those? You thought he was really one of those? That cheating ass white boy, you really thought he was one of those? Stop comparing him to Mike Tyson, bro. Don't compare him to Mike Tyson no more, or you will be banned from talking boxing. Don't compare him to Mike Tyson, bro. That's disrespect at all levels, bro. Real talk.
Why not? They were both coke snorting drunks during their careers.
Bro, this dude crazy, bro.
This nigga was
crazy, bro. Bro, this dude crazy, bro. Coke snorting drunk, bro. That's crazy. But you forgot champion too. You forgot to put that Marky there.
Well, like you ain't
put that with Tyson Fury too.
You hit a blunt before, haven't you? It ain't never stopped you.
He eats gummies. Yo, Marky Dan, bro, it's funny. Marky Dan ain't even disciplined on the road. This man ran over a horse before.
Oh.
This man up here preaching discipline. He's not even disciplined on the road. This man done got high and hit a horse.
Context of the greats, goddammit. I'm talking about from the
context. In the context of the greats, I would say this because I heard this and I wanted to speak on this earlier. Yes, it's only so many people that's going to be able to stay focused. Like, just so we're sure, 95 to 97, 99% of boxers have fell off for that reason. It's just hard to get to the top of the mountain and stay that guy that it took to get there. Like he said, you talking about him fighting a nigga that used to be Mike Tyson. Are you serious? Like, that's so
out of bounds. I will give you that. That was petty. I was being petty.
Like, bro, you vicious. You a vicious nigga. You good for clips, though. Scholar him, but this nigga crazy right here.
Yeah, he crazy, bro.
I like a lot of the shit he was saying though, but when he started getting into the Usyk, I'm like, come on, let's not do that. I knew
where I had him. I knew where the weakness was. I knew where his bias. Yeah, I knew where to catch him, man. I knew he was gonna be weak. I knew he was gonna be weak on that Usyk stuff. So that's why I brought it up, because I knew he was gonna say Usyk was that, because you could always tell how the age of somebody by how they talk about him. You know, like, bro, as a matter of fact, let me show you this.
I mean,
Skylar, I gotta go pick up my son and take him to school. But it was good cooking y'all this morning.
Hey, you know what? We took you to school. That's funny, because you taking your kids to school. We took you to school. We took you to school.
Usyk, not Mike Tyson.
Look, I can make an argument for Deontay Wilder being better than Usyk, bruh. Like, real talk. Calm it down with the Mike Tyson shit, G. Like, real talk. Niggas that, like, y'all gotta stop there, bro. When niggas is doing shit historically that's never been done, except for maybe like 6 times in history, don't talk to me about undisputed. Like I said, it's something to say that you can go take a nigga title to Terrence Crawford, but can you defend the title? Can you be the boogeyman of your weight class? All types of shit. Mike Tyson was the boogeyman, nigga. You forgot he was the champ that was a boogeyman. That's super rare because you usually get a boogeyman, but you don't get him to be the champ because niggas been ran away from him the whole time. Come on, man, stop that. Nobody ain't scared of Usyk, bro. He ain't putting no intimidation, no fear, no nigga heart or nothing, bro. Niggas like signing up to fight him. Niggas was not signing up to fight Mike. They damn find niggas off the corner to fight Mike, a drunk or something. That was like, fuck it, I don't care if I get knocked out.
Yeah, if they did fight him, they had to pay him. They had to pay him just to be sparring partners. They had to pay him
extra $2,000, Scott. If you for damn near per round, nigga. You know how much backing you gotta believe in the nigga to say, I'm gonna pay y'all $2,000 per round. You can last that sparring.
Yeah, that's crazy work. They just add this stuff. They like, can you throw it in? Can you throw it? I ain't got no health care now. Can you throw it in for my wife? Like, what your wife got to do? I just need a little bit. Come on, man. Don't do me like this. I'm fighting Tyson. Yeah, that's crazy work, bro.
Brain damage, real brain damage from sparring, brother. That's why they paid them like that, brother. So y'all got to stop that. And then just on the accolades level, stop. Like, y'all got to stop putting people that like really defend this shit with these guys that's just getting it, bro. Like, because I don't think y'all even question Terrence Crawford versus Canelo, who more legendary at their weight class. You wouldn't even question that. Because you know niggas got resumes of being in them weight classes. So it's like, come on, bro. Don't do that. It's something to be said for taking a title, but it's damn sure something to be said that a nigga can't take it from you. And I go back on mute for a minute.
Hey, and that's some true words spoken right there.
Superstar, wish to have a fancy car, wish to have $1 million bucks. Well, I wish I don't be in love. So tell me, pretty baby, I make one wish and I wish it all on you.